Hey, what's up, guys? So yes, Secret Warriors unite. Next week. So yeah, um, I just got done watching the last two episodes of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. I'm sorry I've been a little bit inactive lately. I've kind of been busy with stuff going on with a lot of schoolwork. I haven't really had a lot of time, and I'm in drama so now because we're in drama practice now. So, I'm gonna try and get these videos out as soon as possible. I'm gonna try and get the Gotham episodes out tonight as well as the DC Legends Heroes of Tomorrow video. So, yes, definitely, and never mind, I don't want to talk about that. But, definitely we are going to go and review both of the newest Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. episodes, which are Spacetime and Paradise Lost. So we're going to talk about Spacetime for a little bit, and then we're going to talk about Paradise Lost. So, Spacetime and Paradise Lost, I'm going to say, are both very good episodes, and I felt like they were both very much hand in hand, because they both kind of deal with kind of the same thing going on about, the inhuman threat rising, and that Coulson's team is going to be affected by this, and they're going to have to change up their game plan. And these two episodes definitely set up the Secret Warriors coming into the show and becoming the Secret Warriors, which is kind of cool. And Space Time was an interesting episode, because this is the first kind of episode where we've seen kind of like where we see we see Daisy get a glimpse, Daisy gets a glimpse into the future from this Inhuman that Ward, Hive and Malik steal, kidnap him, and pretty much the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. are after to go and get him and save him, while they have to make sure that nobody gets hurt and injured like what appears in Daisy's vision. So definitely was a very fun premise, and I really did love the episode, and I thought it was very funny, especially when Sky had to try, and get everybody, have to get everybody in that little scenario where she set up, May trying to take down all the guards. I thought that was pretty funny, because, they'd go over it and over it again, and she'd say, yeah, Fitz, you fall over here, not over here, and stuff like that. And it was just I thought it was very fun, and I really did like that kind of, them have to, change their game plan because they see what would happen if the future took hold. But I kind of figured that, time always finds a way to work itself out. Just like how Beast said in X-Men Days of Future Past, you throw a stone in the river, you throw a stone in a stream, the water will just go right around it and it'll come back together. It'll split up, but, it'll always come back to make the same current. So, yeah, definitely that did make its point in the episode, because ultimately their plan goes to shit, because Daisy has to go because May, sorry guys, voice crack there, because May runs into Andrew, and Andrew was talked about throughout the episode, and I was like, well, in the flashback, it was kind of talked about, when the episode recap, when they talked about that, and I was like, I wonder, are they going to, oh, yep, see, that's what happened, Andrew was going to show up because they were showing him. So, definitely, it was interesting to see that he did show up, even though it was kind of just out of the blue and came out of nowhere. And I don't know if it was really the smartest. It was interesting because it showed, now that, he's finally Lash, he finally becomes Lash. His inhuman capabilities becomes him, so now he is Lash forever, and there's nothing that can happen. So definitely I really did like to see that, and it was really interesting to see that last talk between May and Andrew, and it was kind of sad, and it's just like, May's been through so much as it is as a character, and we've seen that over the course of all these 3 seasons, and kind of we've learned about her past a little bit more. So definitely she really is going through hell and back every time. But definitely I really did like the episode, because it really did show a lot of cool and human things, and it definitely did kind of start to show that Hive is becoming a formidable threat. And I did like the cliffhanger at the end of the episode where Coulson sees Ward, and he's just like, huh? On the surveillance camera, he's just like, and that does set up for the next episode, Paradise Lost. So after they find out that Ward is alive and the mission goes to shit, and everything happens, all that happens, because Sky has her battle with Malik, and Malik sees the future of his death. He sees his death, and ultimately is by the hands of Hive. So, but that didn't happen in this episode, but it was interesting to see his backstory. I did like to see that a little bit more because we kind of got a feeling for who the character was. He is very much like his father. He is selfish. He doesn't want to get into danger or anything like that. You know, he's very much just like, you know what, how about you guys do this, you do that, you do that, you know. And it was definitely something I really was confused about. If you guys could please let me know in the comment section below. How did that freaking game work? I had no idea how they picked the stones or whatever. Was it whoever picked the white stone out or what? I don't understand. And I don't even know. You know, it was crazy and I didn't understand. But if you guys could please let me know in the comments section below, that would be really helpful. I'd really like to understand kind of how that worked. And if nobody does, you know, I guess, you know, I'll just have to do it myself. But, you know, it'd just be easy. Whatever. Okay, so definitely I think that this episode was very strong, and I really did like seeing that Daisy and Sky have to go on their own mission because Lincoln, Daisy and Sky are the same person. Lincoln and Daisy have to go on this mission to figure out some information about Hive, because apparently there was this person who wanted to become an Inhuman who, you know, had a problem with Jia-Ying and got kicked out of Afterlife. So it was I did like that subplot. It was very cool, and we also did learn about a little bit about Lincoln's past, that he was an alcoholic and he had a big anger issue and he killed his girlfriend in a way. And, you know, and this guy, whatever his name is, I think it was I don't even remember. But this guy was like, yo, look, Daisy, he's gonna kill you because he killed his last girlfriend because he can't hold his temper, and I want to be Inhuman, so give me the freaking diamond! But, you know, that didn't happen. Well, it wasn't a diamond, it was a stone. Because then they get this little Kree thing. It's never really, it's kind of explained what it is, but it's not, you know, whatever, you know. So, but it kind of gives a little bit of backstory of how Hive came to be and what they did to, you know, get him out of there. It was very interesting to hear that, and I really do like hearing about this Inhuman stuff, and I'm wondering if they will kind of call back to that in the future Inhumans movie. Hopefully, because it would be really interesting to see them actually tie it together. I know that I've read in recent interviews that they're trying to keep the Marvel TV shows and Netflix and the movies kind of all separate, but you can't do that. You have the cinematic universe for a reason, and I feel like if you don't kind of start to acknowledge some of that stuff, besides the stuff that's in the TV shows, because the TV shows acknowledge what's in the movie. You know what? I'm going to talk about that in another video. I want to talk about that later. I'll talk about that with another person, so, you know, with a guest star, so, you know, we'll find that out later. But definitely, it was cool to also see that the core group, like Coulson, May, Fitz, and Simmons, and Mac, are all going after Gideon's right-hand man, you know, the Inhuman, Gonzalez? No, it wasn't Gonzalez. It was something with a G, I know that. And it was very cool to see that fight between May and him. I really think that May does have an awesome fight. She always has an awesome fight in every season that she's in. And it's pretty good. And I have to say, well, I'd say every half. She has an awesome fight every half of every season. But definitely really cool, and I did like it. So, you know, props to that fight. Definitely did like how Coulson is being affected by, you know, Ward coming back. And I'm sure he's regretting his decision to kill Ward. You know, he kind of says that to Fitz too. He's like, you know, we killed him. Well, I killed him, and you killed, you killed Will, and that was fine. But, you know, me killing Ward was payback, and that's not what S.H.I.E.L.D. stands for. We stand for, you know, we stand above what Hydra's about. And kind of in a way, because he said that Ward won, and technically Ward did, because he did make Coulson kind of go on the deep end and become a Hydra, well, kind of become that kind of thing, because he gave in to what Hydra stands for, is payback, you know, and revenge and that stuff like that. And, you know, it was very just like, oh, you know, interesting to see where that might go. But yes, definitely did like this whole thing, and I also did like the subplot with Hive and Gideon Malik. I really did love that. And then to see that his daughter died by Ward, you know, I thought, oh yeah, he's gonna kiss her, you know, and then when her face started to turn, I was like, oh, you know, maybe she's gonna turn into Hive, and I was like, oh no, she's dead. But definitely think that Gideon Malik will still die by the end of the season, probably by Ward's hand, I'm sure. And definitely be interested in seeing, you know, the Secret Warriors team up, because that's what this last episode established. And I thought maybe they were talking about Hunter and Bobby when they were like, we still have team members out there, and she's like, and I thought Hunter and Bobby are coming back. Oh, never mind. But the Secret Warriors are still cool. But yeah, definitely I'm really looking forward to next week's episodes. I think both these episodes were fantastic. Had some good backstory for all the characters, for some of them. Had some good present stories for most of them, in both of these episodes. But yeah, guys, that's about it. Definitely give both these episodes 5 out of 5 winks. And I think that's it, guys. I'm Jay Wake. I'm waking up.